husband kicked his pregnant wife into the pool. She revealed she is the heir and he regrets it. The splash echoed across the mansion's pool deck like a gunshot. Madison Chen surfaced, gasping, her white wedding gown dragging her down, through the water streaming down her face. She saw him, Derek Reeves, her husband of 6 hours, standing with Vivian wrapped around him like a victory banner. Oops, Vivian purred, not bothering to hide her smile. She slipped. Madison's hand instinctively went to her stomach. 3 months pregnant, and he'd just kicked her into the pool in front of 50 wedding guests. Derek! His mother's sharp voice cut through the murmurs. Help your wife out of the pool. But Derek didn't move. He just stared at Madison with cold eyes, as if she were a stranger who'd ruined his party. Madison pulled herself out, water pooling beneath her ruined designer gown. The guests pretended not to stare. She saw their phones out, recording, whispering. I want a divorce, Madison said clearly, her voice carrying across the sudden silence. Mrs. Eleanor Reeves laughed, a sharp, cruel sound. With what money, dear? You signed a prenup. You'll leave with nothing. Madison looked at Derek one last time. The man who'd promised to love her. The man who'd convinced her she was lucky to marry into the Reeves family, despite being just a teacher. Then I'll leave with nothing, Madison said. Anything is better than this. She walked away, leaving wet footprints on the imported marble, not looking back at the whispers or the cameras or the man who'd just destroyed everything. 4 weeks later, Madison sat in the cheapest attorney's office she could find, staring at the prenup she'd signed like an idiot. I'm sorry, Ms. Chen, the lawyer said gently.
Unless there's evidence of abuse or infidelity.
There is. Madison slid her phone across the desk. Hotel receipts, text messages, photos of Derek and Vivian going back 8 months, before our wedding. The lawyer scrolled through, his eyebrows rising. This is good. This could get you a small settlement. Maybe 200,000. 200,000, Madison repeated numbly. Derek's family was worth 200 million. She was fighting for crumbs while pregnant and jobless. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Still time to work this out. Come home. Madison blocked the number. She'd rather starve. 6 weeks later. The eviction notice mocked her from the apartment door. 30 days to vacate. The landlord, who'd been friendly for 3 years, suddenly couldn't look her in the eye. Let me guess, Madison said tiredly. Derek bought the building. The landlord at least had the grace to look ashamed. Reeves Real Estate made an offer I couldn't refuse. I'm sorry. Madison crumpled the notice. Of course, Derek was squeezing her out. The teaching jobs that mysteriously disappeared after promising interviews. The bank loan denied despite perfect credit. The Reeves family was closing every door, forcing her to crawl back. That night, alone in her half-packed apartment, Madison felt the baby kick for the first time. I'm sorry, she whispered, crying. I'm so sorry I can't give you more. Her phone rang. Unknown number again. She almost didn't answer. Ms. Chen. A woman's voice, professional, crisp. My name is Catherine Chung. I represent the Chen family. Trust, we need to meet immediately. I think you have the wrong person. Born in San Francisco, adopted at birth by Robert and Susan Miller. Biological mother Yang Chen Mei. Madison's blood froze. How do you know that? Because your biological mother has been searching for you for 28 years. And Ms. Chen, you're the heir to a $3 billion fortune. The next day, Catherine Zhang spread documents across the conference table of the most expensive restaurant Madison had ever entered. Your mother was 17 when she had you, Catherine explained. Alone in America, facing disownment from her wealthy Hong Kong family for an out-of-wedlock pregnancy. She gave you up because she had no choice. Why now? Madison whispered. Pancreatic cancer. Stage 4. She has maybe 6 months. Catherine's expression softened. She built the Chen Corporation from nothing. Commercial real estate across Asia and North America. $3 billion. And it's all yours. Madison stared at the number until it stopped meaning anything. There's one condition, Catherine continued. You meet her. This week, in Hong Kong. I have court the divorce. We'll handle Derek Reeves. Catherine smiled coldly. By the time you return, he'll be begging to settle on your terms. 2 months later, the Reeves estate. Madison insisted the deposition happen at the mansion, the same pool where Derek had kicked her. She wanted him to remember. Derek looked smaller, worn. Dark circles shadowed his eyes. Madison, he started with his old charm. You look great.
Can we talk about this reasonably?
Sign the papers, Derek. His lawyer pushed forward a document. We're offering $200,000 with shared custody. No. Madison opened her Hermes briefcase purchased last week with her new platinum card. Here's my offer. You sign away all parental rights. You pay $100,000 monthly in child support, and you make a public apology for assaulting me. Derek actually laughed. What leverage could you possibly have? Madison slid over a folder. Your illegal development deals. Bribes to city officials. Tax evasion going back 6 years. Derek's face went white. How did you? I bought Thornhill Development. Chen Corporation now owns it, which means I own all their records, including the ones detailing how Reeves Real Estate has been breaking federal law. This is extortion. His lawyer sputtered. This is justice. You have 2 choices. Accept my terms, or I hand these to the FBI, who, by the way, is very interested in investigating. You can't do this, Derek whispered. Why, because I'm... Nobody? Madison leaned forward. Derek, I'm worth $3 billion. I could buy your family's entire empire before lunch. I could destroy you. Mrs. Eleanor Reeves stood shaking. We'll fight. With what? Catherine Zhang entered smiling. Chen Corporation acquired controlling interest in Reeves Real Estate this morning. You're minority shareholders now. In your own company. Eleanor's champagne glass shattered on the floor. Madison watched Derek's hands shake as he reached for the pen. I didn't come to destroy you, Derek. I came to give you a choice. Sign the papers, walk away. Let my child and me live in peace. And if I don't, then I bury you. Not because I want to, because you taught me that power is the only language you understand. Derek signed. One more thing. Madison pulled out her phone. Your public apology on camera, or the FBI gets these files today. 20 minutes later, Derek's tearful confession was recorded. His admission of abuse, of infidelity, all of it. We're done, Madison said. You'll never see me again. That's my gift to you, freedom from us. She walked to the pool's edge, looking at the sparkling water where everything had ended and begun. Then Madison turned her back on Derek Reeves and walked away forever. 1 year later, Madison stood in her office, the former Reeves building, purchased and renovated with her daughter May on her hip. Through the window, Los Angeles spread out below like a promise. Her assistant knocked. Ms. Chen? There's someone from maintenance asking to see you. Derek Reeves? Madison tensed. Why is he here? He works here. Facilities department. Your HR director hired him under the Second Chance program. Madison found him in the lobby, thinner and older, wearing a maintenance uniform. I'm not here to cause problems, Derek said quickly. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, really sorry, for everything. Madison studied him. The arrogant man who'd kicked her was gone. What remained looked broken but trying. How are you? She asked. Honestly, terrible. I lost everything. I'm in therapy, trying to understand why I was so cruel to the only person who loved me. He looked at May. She's beautiful. She is, and no, you can't see her. That was the agreement. I know, I just thank you for the job. For not destroying me completely when you could have. Madison felt May grip her jacket. Derek, sorry doesn't erase what happened, but it's a start. Keep going to therapy. Keep trying to be better. For yourself. He nodded, tears in his eyes. Did you ever really love me? Madison considered lying but decided on truth. I loved who I thought you were. That man never existed. No, he was a mask. Then stop mourning him. He wasn't worth it. Madison walked to her office, leaving Derek to his mop and bucket, to the life he'd built from ashes of his own making. At her desk, she set May in her playpen and looked out at the city. Somewhere out there that pool still existed, but Madison never thought about it anymore. She thought about her mother, who'd built an empire from nothing and found her daughter before dying, about the baby in her arms who'd inherit everything, about the woman she'd become, not through marriage or luck, but through choosing herself. The intercom buzzed. Miss Chen, the mayor on line 1. Madison smiled. Tell him I'll call back. I'm having lunch with my daughter, because that was power too. The power to choose what mattered. The power to walk away from what didn't. The power to decide, with absolute certainty, that she was worth more than anyone's scraps. Derek had kicked her into a pool thinking she'd drown. Instead, she'd learned to swim. And now she owned the ocean.